This is a Heart and Hand production.
Hello everyone, my name is David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today after Rangers beat Falkirk by 6-3. Yes, 6-3. Doing these videos, I tried to sum up and give a little bit of instant thoughts and reaction to the game. I don't know what I just witnessed there today. That had absolutely everything, and it had the old familiar Rangers poor start. It had gone 2-0 down. It had us questioning the mentality, their drive, their desire to win a title. Then it had us purring at some brilliant football. Then they thought it's going too well, so we'll make them sweat again. And then they eased away and won the game for us. But it really was a game that had absolutely everything good and bad about us. The most important thing, of course, is to get 3 points. But one thing about Rangers going into this title run-in after the split, we're scoring a shitload of goals. And that is a good thing because our opponents aren't at the moment. They're finding goals difficult to come by. We need to stop conceding quite so many. That would be great. But what I will say is Rangers today answered a lot of questions. To be fair, they often pose themselves, but the response every time was great. And I think we saw conclusively today that this Rangers team is far, far better when it plays two up front, two genuine up front, rather than one and one off. The team, though, that started, no Dujon Sterling because the manager didn't want to play him on the plastic pitch, and that's an issue. Injury issues with Dujon are a thing, we know that. They have been his whole time here with us. But what it meant was that with no two Romans either, we were weak in the full-back positions today. I don't think Miguel or Tavernier played particularly well at all. And, I mean, Rangers do this so often in away games. No intensity at all to start off, and we almost look surprised that the opposition team come flying out the traps. It's Falkirk, they're young, they play without fear, they know what they're about, that's what they're going to do, and they targeted the full-backs and they got off to a great start. A thing about Rangers in the first half was not winning tackles, not winning second balls, making poor decisions, not clearing the ball. It was almost like they looked spooked by the conditions. It's very windy there, and the commentators don't refer to that, or didn't refer to that, but speaking to some of the podders that were there today, they were saying, no, it was really a factor against us in the first half and for us in the second, and you know the goals would seem to indicate that as well. It played a part in it. The first goal we conceded, Chukwani, who had an absolute nightmare opening 40 minutes, although redeemed himself somewhat, we'll come to that, but him and Giga getting a right ankle, and Tav isn't where he should be, and Magoma doesn't do well enough at the back post, and we're a goal down, and you're thinking, crikey, I mean, already then you're up against it in the afternoon. But it just got worse. Rangers couldn't string two passes together and Falkirk just kept on coming. The second goal was the same pattern. I counted 4 opportunities for Rangers to clear the ball, not taken. And then a good finish in the edge of the box. And we're 2-0 down. And honestly, see at that point, any Rangers fan that went and put money on Rangers to win the game from there, you deserve every penny of it because there was no signs of it. Rangers were incoherent. We were fragmented. We weren't doing the right things. We weren't offering much of a threat. But then we did get back into a lifeline. They always say it's a great thing to score before half-time, and it certainly was because it does change the whole dynamic of the match. This goal was a bit of an odd one because, first of all, Tello Asgard does well. His shot comes back off the post. Nico Raskin following up crosses it in. And Falkirk players seemed to think the ball had gone out, but the linesman didn't. Gassama at the back post heads it back, it hits off the post, and there's Chukwani following in, good finish, and it's 2-1. There is no definitive angle for VAR to rule that out. And listen, I've moaned on here often enough about the Toy Town VAR that we have up here. And, you know, we need other clubs to moan about it too, but I don't think you could definitively say, I couldn't, having seen the replays, had the linesman put his flag up and said it had gone out, I couldn't have said definitively, no, it definitely didn't. So VAR can't intervene in that. It doesn't always stop them right enough. And then at the second half, the manager made a change. He put Bojan Miovski on for Mikey Moore, who'd been carrying a knock. And, wow, Rangers just turned the game on its head almost instantly. First of all, Gassama on the left. Brilliant play by him. because not only did he run at their defence, when they put a tackle in, he went win it back. He didn't give it up. He didn't go down looking for a non-existent penalty or whatever. He just kept going, won the ball back. The Falkirk player actually went down too easy, hoping for a decision. But then he put it across for Yusuf Chermiti, who'd missed a good chance the first half, although he was probably offside. But he then, nice finish, opened his foot up, and it went into the corner. And suddenly, 40 minutes, 2-0 down, 49 minutes, it's 2 each, and it got better even quicker. A lovely quick break by Rangers. Nico Raskin, who played much further forward second half, he'd far too deep in the first half. He gets in the end of it, lovely drilled finish across the keeper, and it's 3-2. And suddenly Rangers were rampant. Rangers were all over them. And it didn't take long before Bojan Miovski added to it again. Good ball in, but what a clever finish. He sees that it's coming at an awkward height, so he got his thigh to it and put it in. It was a terrific bit of improvisation. He thoroughly deserved it. And it really is great to see the Aberdeen version of Bojan Miovski is turning up now, and he's going full Kyle Lafferty on us at the end of a season. And my goodness, is it useful. At 4-2 up then, you thought, right, just keep things calm, don't do anything stupid. Yeah, it's Rangers, isn't it? James Tavernier, I mean, honestly, if a young player had did this, you'd be slapping him at the back of the head. But for a guy Tav's age, first of all, he runs wrong side from a Falkirk player. But then the Falkirk player's running away from the goal. There's no imminent danger. And Tav pulls him back. It's a Stonewall penalty kick, by the way. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. When I saw it, my reaction, oh, for fuck's sake, Tav. Drilled home, keeper Jack Butler nearly got to it, but it got drilled home for 4-3. And suddenly the game's live again, and it didn't need to be. And Tav, I mean, can maybe get away with him last 20 minutes of a game, but you cannot be starting them if there's any other option, really. After that, though, Rangers then went up the park and pretty much got a fifth to kill it. And again, Yusuf Chermiti, brilliant finish. Some good play on the edge of the area, Bugasama, but when the ball drops to Chermiti, he just put his foot through it. Something I wish he would do more often, right? No thinking about it. No, I'll try and be clever and play batter. And it was in, and it was 5-3. And there was still time for Rangers to add another great play by sub Oliver Antman, playing a nice 1-2 on the edge of the box, firing it across, and there's Bojan. Good strikers are in that position, and he puts it away for 6-3. Massive win, because obviously the other two sides won yesterday. And that stat that only once this season had all three teams picked up points on this, or won, on the same weekend. And I'm sure that was in the back of a lot of our minds today. But we got the 3 points. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. We don't play for 2 weeks now, so we would have had 2 weeks to sit and stew on this result. Also, I think Falkirk, difficult place to play, all of those things, and we need to go back there. So mentally, it was a great result. But I think for this Rangers team, the lessons that they need to learn is intensity. When you play without intensity, you're not a good side. It's that simple. When you play without intensity, teams in that league can beat you. When you play with intensity, they can't live with you. And Danny, please, from now on, 4-4-2, 4-2-2-2, whatever you call it, but two up front. Rangers are a far better team. And Rangers are scoring a shed load of goals at a good time of the season. If you could just keep them out the other end, we'd be in a right good spot. Anyway, we'll have a lot more on this once we've had time to come to terms with everything that went on Heart and Hand and Patreon, and our free show will drop tomorrow night. Thank you very much for listening to me. I'll be back in a fortnight. It's going to be one hell of a run-in. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.